Check, audio check. Hello guys, can you guys hear me? Can someone chime in on the comment section if you guys can hear me? Oh, never mind. I think I see my audio levels being okay. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Flight Sim. My name is Mike, or Flight Sim, and today we are going to be hopping back on to the cockpit of an FA-18 Charlie Warthog. Anthony Bradshaw has liked the stream. Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate it, man. Anyway, so we're going to be picking up where we left off, during this campaign. So just to remind you guys, we are playing a campaign called Operation Cage the Bear, where we are against Russians as far as like our opposition forces would go. And for this particular mission, let me just explain, the goal for this mission. We are going to be flying a precision strike against an early, warning radar. So difficulty in this mission is that we are, going to be obviously taking off from our carrier battle group, which is right here, and we are going to go further inland, the Russian territory here. So we have like an early warning radar right here near the town of Novopavlovsk. So this is way deep within the territory of the Russians, and in fact, if I measure it, the distance, from the carrier battle group where we're going to be taking off. It's going to be approximately 163 nautical miles away. So back and forth, that's going to be 320 nautical miles. And this is going to be tough. Jose Cruz, good morning from Gilroy, California. Hey, Jose, how's it going, man? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. So let me walk you through the loadout for this particular mission. This is our Hornet right here. Starting from the leftmost, hard point, which is the wingtip. We are equipped with 2X sidewinders, which is pretty standard loadout for a Hornet. This inner pylon right here, we have two MK82 Snake Eye variant. So let me just explain the Snake Eye for you guys. The Snake Eye is basically just like a high drag, variant of the typical MK82 500-pound bomb. And the reason we're doing this is that we are going to go, defensive against a wide net of surface-to-air missiles, right? So if I go back to this map right here, you'll notice that I'm going to go further inland, Russian territory. And what's going to happen is that most likely they have a network of surface-to-air missiles along the way. So we're going to be mostly flying close to the deck here, meaning, very low. To avoid detection, and I'm not sure how successful we're going to be as it relates to that, but we're going to try our best, okay? So anyway, that's the Snake Eye for you. Sorry, I actually forgot, why I'm using it. The Snake Eye is shoot retarded, is, basically, description. It allows me to pickle them off at a lower altitude and get away from the blast zone safely. So it will deploy some fins and shoots to slow down its descent to the target, and it would give me some time to pull up from the dive basically. So because we're going to be flying close to the deck, what's going to happen is that we need a weaponry like this. So on the other end of the pylon, the other wing, we have a laser Maverick, a laser guided Maverick AGM-65 L, I believe, and we have 3 drop tanks of fuel because of the distance we're going to cover. And in the fuselage, we have 2 AIM-7 Sparrows. Actually, no, I have only 1 AIM-7 Sparrows because, remember, I need a lightning targeting pod to fire my laser Maverick, right? So the lightning targeting pod will allow me to gain some visibility in terms of the target that we're trying to hit. And then we are going to lace it, meaning fire a laser from it, which will guide the AGM-65 Lima variant into that target. So this is my first option. My first option is to use my laser Maverick to destroy that early warning radar. If that fails, we might need to go use our Snake Eyes for this mission. It's the first time I'm going to be using it, so I'm really not sure how this works. In theory, I know. I mean, I've watched a couple of YouTube videos, but let's see how it works. Okay, so on this flight, and let me just bring up my my knee board here. So this is the target. It's called the Tall Rack Early Warning Radar. So that's our primary target. We need to ingress at low levels after waypoint number 1 to avoid air defenses. What is expected as far as hostiles would go are AAA's man pads in the area of operations. Of course, because we are going to be flying deep within enemy territory, it is expected as soon as we're detected that the red forces, which in this case are the Russians, will scramble fighters. There's a warning here that says do not loiter. So the tall rack would be hard to miss. It's a pretty tall radar, hence the name. And it will be at the end of the road right here, where it's going to be probably supported by some AAAs. Okay, so that's our target. And as far as our fragging would go, waypoint 1 would be our ingress point. We are going to be ingressing at 13,000 feet, or Angels 13. Our target would be 1,100 feet above sea level. And we are going to be taking off from the George Washington. So this says the Stennis, but we are actually going to be taking off from George Washington because this is an older mission. And at the same time, the strike package consists of the following. So us, Uzi 1 is myself.
Springfield 1,
and we also have AWACS, and we have Springfield. Springfield is our suppression of enemy air defenses flight. These are Hornets that are going to be armed with, AGM-88 HARMs, right? So high-speed anti-radiation missiles, which are used to bring down enemy surface-to-air missiles. So we have Colt, which is our barrier combat air patrol. We have Shell, which is our tanker. Unfortunately, our tanker is not going to be within enemy territory. Our tanker most likely will be holding on here. If we become too thirsty, what's going to happen is that we need to make our way, out of this landmass, get our feet wet, and connect with the tanker right here, which is pretty pointless, honestly. So we need to get back with the amount of fuel that we have. Thank you so much for joining me on this mission, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to restart the mission and basically get started. And again, thank you so much for joining me, guys. Let's do it. Quit. I'm going to fly this mission again. I'm going to be taking off from the Washington. And the good news is that I'm not going to bore you with a cold and dark startup procedures. So I'm going to directly, directly take off with engines running. Ryan Balstridge just liked the stream. Hey Ryan, thank you so much, bro. All right, selecting this one. Camera's acting up right now on my controls, but I hope you just bear with me, with the technical difficulties here. Okay, so fly. We're now parked. Mode monochrome. Waypoint number 1. Sequence. Radar warning receiver on. The rest I will set up in flight. So flip down our mirrors here. Okay, checking my track IR. Seems to be working. Nose wheel steering high, and I'm gonna taxi into catapult number 1 to get this mission started. Crew's already waiting. 2's gonna roll in a bit, and he's gonna be tensioned on catapult number 2, which is right beside me. I believe I can unfold my wings at this point. Right, so this is catapult number 1. We have asymmetrical load, so I expect some trim adjustments in flight because my right wingtip is heavier than my left. I have MK82 Snake Eyes there. Launch bar extend. Flaps down. And we're going to wait for the crew to set us up right there. Alright, this dude is asking us to move forward, and we're going to do just that. When we take off, we are going to make a left, but I'm not allowed to do that. Because I'm tension of catapult number 1, I need to make a right-hand turn and go around. Okay, 2 is tension. It's good. He's lowering his launch bar there. He's about ready to go. What else do I need to do? So the shooter is asking me to look at him. Spool up my engines. Give my flight control surfaces a little bit of a test here, and I'm going to give the salute for launch. Catapult launch coming up shortly. Catapult shot. Wheels up, gears up. Make a right-hand turn. Climbing turn, actually. Master caution off. Flaps up.
Uzi flight focus. Make O navigation to waypoint 1. Proceed as briefed. Out.
So we need to climb to Angels 13 based on my kneeboard. And from there, we're going to need to make our way to waypoint number 1. So we have a long ways to go, guys, which means that I need to be conservative with my fuel. So I'm going to be flying for maximum efficiency here, probably not exceeding 350 knots until I get to target, and I need to egress. Okay, so making a turn here. 2 is wheels up, and he's going to be joining me in a bit. Okay, there he is. He's rejoining. Alright, so we're turning. Okay, here's our course line. Easing up on the throttle a little bit here. We are now Angels 4. And I'm going to make adjustments to my trim. Because again, my right wingtip is heavier than my left. I don't know how to fix that on takeoff. I'm pretty sure that's not the proper procedure for it. I'm pretty sure there are settings that I can make use of to make that happen. Anyway, so it says check trim. Okay, so fixing that a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to set my heading here so I can engage my autopilot to waypoint number 1. Okay, it looks like we're level, which is good. And what we're going to do is set up autopilot and heading select. Alright, so we're going to fly this course line to waypoint number 1, like I said. And let me just put symbology on my HUD to make sure that works. Other things I need to do is flip up my my FLIR, sorry. Somebody has corrected me with the pronunciation of FLIR. And I know how it's pronounced. I just my mouth wouldn't cooperate with me. FLIR and laser designator regulator. Red Rivera is like the stream.
Springfield 2, airborne. Will hold at Marshall.
Okay, Springfield is a seed flight. They're airborne. They're going to hold at the Marshall point, which is waypoint number 1. And waypoint number 1 is... okay. So holding now. Waypoint number 1 is 95 miles away, which is pretty far. What else we're going to do here is that we're going to set up our electronic warfare stack dispensers on. And that should warm up for a little bit while I make steady climb to 13,000 feet, or Angels 13. Successfully taken off. Gradually climbing. I'm going to ask flight formation. Finger 4.
Flight. Go finger 4.
So 2 is right behind me. He's going to catch up in a bit. Again, if you just are new to the stream, I am a flight simp, or you could call me Mike, that's my real name. And I typically play flight simulation games, particularly DCS World and X-Plane. So what I'm doing right now is setting up my electronic warfare stack. My ALE-47 is my countermeasure suite. What I'm doing right now is setting up a semi-automatic mode. So currently set to semi-automatic. I'm just going to adjust this. I'm going to fire 1 shaft and 1 flare every 1 second for a cycle of 5. So that's what I'm going to be doing here, because we're limited as far as like shaft and flare would go. I have 60 shafts and 28 flares, and that should be good. Now what I need to be doing is making sure that I'm always looking at this radar warning receiver to check out any SAM threats in the region. I will leave it up to AWACS to feed me information about aerial threats, but for now probably turn on my attack radar as well. 2 bars, and also 40 miles of scanning, 140 degrees azimuth, and we'll adjust the elevation from here. So now we're scanning, there we go, 1,000 feet to 20,000 feet, or Angels 20. Oh, Lars Hansen has liked the stream. Hey, Lars. Not playing Arma tonight, Lars? Fuel is 15,000 pounds. Again, if you just joined us, we are going to be doing a precision strike deep within the heart of Russian territory. Our goal is to push them back further. Again, in this campaign, we are assisting the Georgian government to repel like a Russian advance. So in the past couple of missions in this campaign, we were able to, how do you say this? I mean, we were able to push them back a little bit. We were able to repel their advances. But now it's our turn, to go on the offensive and push them back further inland. That's what we're gonna be doing. Josh Young, what's up from Kentucky? How's it going, Josh? Thank you for joining the stream. All right. Should be good. Let me look at my kneeboard right here. 80 miles away from waypoint number 1. This is going to be a long-ish mission, guys. Because, again, we need to, travel very far. That's just the reality of it. Let me remove my pilot model for now because I need to flip on some switches here. Temperature is around -2, which is freezing. Pitot anti-ice should be on. All right.
Springfield 1, holding at Marshall.
Springfield is our seed flight. They are already at Marshall. And they're probably these guys. So we have an E2 Hawkeye, which is our AWACS, to my 2 o'clock, and I have an F-15, which is a friendly aircraft, to my 2 o'clock as well. So we're good to go. We're scanning for aerial threats. We have none so far, which is good. Okay, so 2 has caught up to me. And let me set up my my stores for now. Still climbing steadily here. I don't want to waste too much fuel. Currently at Angels 10. I want to be at Angels 13 based on my knee board. So this is my frag sheet. Ingress point, waypoint number 1, Angels 13. Ingress, go nap of Earth. Target is 1,100 feet. After we pass ingress point, we need to hug the deck very closely to avoid detection. So this is probably the equivalent of a stealth mission. Which I'm not a very big fan of. Anyway, we are targeting this early warning radar, a tall rack EWR, which is our primary target. This is what it looks like, so it's going to be pretty hard to miss. So, my options and the armaments I chose for this particular mission is an AGM-65 Lima, which is the laser variant of the Maverick, on my left wingtip. If that fails, my secondary options are as follows. It's the MK82 Snake Eye. So there's a high drag version of the MK82, which allows me to deploy it at lower altitudes and escape the blast radius, obviously. So that's the ideal scenario. Let's see what happens. So anyway, Armstrong. Good. We're currently at Angels 11. And I'm going to go back to my electron... Oh, sorry. Forgot to do another thing. So my Mavericks need to warm up. Mavericks and my UFC. Actually, let me check the laser code. So the laser code for my laser designator is 1688. I need to set the Maverick up to search for that. When I deploy it. Otherwise, it will just go, haywire. It's not, going to track. 1688 on the UFC. And 1688 has been set. Maverick page. It should time up air-to-ground mode. Standby. Cage. Alright, we're set. Removing air-to-ground mode for now. Going back to electronic warfare. And on this DDI, I will go back to my attack radar. Alright, guys. So, currently at Angels 12. I am cruising at 250 knots. 249 right now. I have my wingman right there. Fun fact, I'm using a laser designator right now, said Lars Hansen. Wow, I mean, if you're playing Arma and you're using laser designators, that's pretty solid simulation modeling, high fidelity modeling from the Arma crew. I wouldn't expect that from an infantry game. Anyway, these are some of the military assets or locations that we bombed earlier in our campaign. And the Navy has been continuing to bomb those locations, and we are now moving further inland. So this mission to destroy the EWR, or early warning radar right here, will pave the way for us to perform more, destructive missions inland, I should say. So a couple of, impact points there, some smoke, some flames, pretty good. Just check my tail number. Okay, I'm 010. Just to make sure I'm tracking correctly here. Adjusting to this course line. We are now 59 miles away from waypoint number 1, which is our ingress point. At which point, or after we pass our ingress point, we need to hug the deck. We need to go probably like 300 feet off the ground, to avoid detection of, the surface-to-air missile threats in the region, which should be a lot.
Springfield 2 at Marshall.
Springfield 2 is at Marshall. We are 57 miles away, so it will be, I don't know, probably 10, 12 minutes at the speed. We have a couple of F-14s to our 9 o'clock, so that's our Barrier Combat Air Patrol. So I will be comfortable after we execute the mission and reach this point right here, because I know that there are friendlies that can take care of any bandits that are going to be trailing me at that point. Sup, Cap? Said Aid Magnay. Hey, Aid, how's it going, man? This is my final stream for the week. Just doing a quick mission. And by the way, Facebook for some reason has decided to downgrade my account to only be able to stream 720p at 60 FPS. If you're interested in higher fidelity, I guess like, what do you call this, stream, or a high fidelity version of the stream, you can check me out on YouTube at Flight Sim, and also on Twitch at Flight Sim PH. I think I'm flashing that on the upper left-hand side of my screen if you're interested in doing that. Again, as a newbie streamer, it is super helpful for me if you can like, follow, or share the stream. I've been only streaming for 4.5 months, and it's been such a great ride, guys. I mean, I've been learning a lot. You know, there's a lot of engagement from you guys, especially those of you who also play DCS. I really love hearing from you. Anyway, I talk too much. I'm scanning way too high on my air radar. Uy, gumagana na ang Twitch, sabi ni Aid Magnaya. Yes, sir. I made it work at 1080p. Lots of technical difficulties, but I did it. Okay, we are currently at Angels 13.9, which is about 900 feet higher than what we're fragged for, but that should work. 48 miles away from waypoint 1, and we are currently feet dry, meaning we are inland. So there we go. Let me turn on my formation lights and position lights as well, which I will switch off later. Well, I gotta use the designator target stuff for you fly boys, said Lars. Oh, you know what? I should do JTAC missions. Those are fun. I haven't really, studied how that works, but I'm pretty sure the JTACs in this game are also using MGRS coordinates. So I'm pretty sure I can do that with the HSI on the Hornet. That's a pretty common mission for a Hornet. Okay, flying over some damaged areas here. There's a couple of other positions there that were bombed by the Navy. And we are 45 miles away from waypoint 1. Again, we are... This is going to be a long mission, guys. So, if the enemy were to lock onto me after I destroy my target, or if I destroy my target, man, it's going to be a long way home, man. Lockalon 2 is now following me on Twitch. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Twitch is a community I'm trying to build up. Facebook has always been my primary channel because I began here. I began playing DCS World here. And I appreciate all the support that you've given me so far, but Twitch is the pure gaming community, I would say, and I really would like to get into it. I'm pretty much a noob on everything that has to do with Twitch, so I don't know what you guys are into. I know that you can pay me some bits or something to play some sounds for you, or some stuff. I don't know. Price in 720p because Converge sucks, said Aid Magnaya. Yeah, dude, I feel you. I am not comfortable with this mountain, so there could be some man pads here, and they are going to be able to reach me. I'm not well above man pad range here. Those will not appear on my radar warning receiver either. Heat seekers are not tracked by RWR, so only radar guided missiles. So I'm constantly putting my head on the swivel here, keeping my head on the swivel rather. So some clearing over there. Look at me checking that out as if I can see foot mobiles if there are any there. Anyway, we're traversing this course line. Let me make some small corrections here. And we are 36 miles to our first waypoint, which is our ingress point, at which point we'll need to fly very low to avoid any detection. At this point, I don't see any surface-to-air missile threats. The only radar signatures I see is an E2 Hawkeye to my 3 o'clock and an F-18 to my 4 o'clock and my 3 o'clock as well. So the Hawkeye is probably somewhere here. There he is. It's AWACS. All right, I'm gonna scan. This is probably good, actually. 28,000 feet, or Angels 28. Yes. Azimuth of 140. Okay, we're good. You gotta hit affiliate first before we give you bits, said Aid Magnaye. Oh man. Facebook removed my level up status for some reason. And my hunch is it's because I curse. I apparently have policy violations on Facebook. Or because, you know, I probably played copyrighted music. I played the Top Gun theme a lot as a joke. So we're further inland now. Conserving my fuel here. I'm flying at 244 knots, 30 miles to waypoint 1. Again, if you just joined us, our target is an early warning radar, a tall rat, as the NATO designation for it. That's our primary target. It will be at the end of this road right here if I need a reference point, if I'm going to go visual. But my hope is that I could hit that target with my, my laser maverick. So this is the laser maverick I'm going to be using. I'm going to use a laser designator, you know, to guide this missile to target. If I miss for whatever reason, and that is likely because, you know, I haven't really used the laser maverick on a Hornet in such a long time, I will need to switch to my Snake Eyes, which is our these MK82s to my right wing, you know, wing pylon. All right, guys. Oh yeah, I hear Facebook's DMCA is wild. Yeah, dude, pretty wild. But I really am not sure what you know, they removed my level up status for. I don't care about earning money, guys. I'm here to please you. I'm here to learn. But at the same time, the problem with Facebook taking away my not affiliate, my my level up status is that I can't stream at 1080p. And you are probably looking at the stream as if you're looking through a windshield smeared with eggs. That's how I describe 720p streaming. But then again, I'm probably streaming at 60 FPS, right? So it's pretty smooth. Just the fidelity isn't there. Jason Martinez has liked the stream. Hey Jason, how's it going, man? 24 miles to waypoint number 1. We're close. Just checking my kneeboard to make sure that I'm aware of what I need to do. The target's 1,100 feet above sea level. I need to hug the deck after the ingress point. I have you know, the following support aircraft available in this strike mission. Focus is AWACS. Springfield is our seed, or suppression of enemy air defenses, which are, you know, they said they're already at Marshall, so they're probably already there at the waypoint number 1. Colt is our bar cap. Shell is our tanker to the west. Brian Bilbo has liked the stream. Hey Brian, thank you so much, man. The problem with Shell, or our refueling aircraft, is that it's not gonna venture this far into enemy territory. Super prone to surface-to-air missiles. They're most likely not gonna risk it, so they're pretty useless at this point in time. I need to make my way all the way back here to refuel. So that's why I'm conserving my fuel, man. I only have 14,000 pounds of fuel left, which I think is okay. It works. It depends on how far waypoint number 2 is, or our target is. Okay. So I'm gonna fence in now. Flip off my lights just to reduce detection or visibility. There we go. I'm already Armstrong, which means that I am able to fire weaponry at this point. 16 miles to waypoint number 1. Traveling at 244 knots, which is slower than a commercial airliner. But that's what it takes, man. Especially at these altitudes. If I can get to Blades territory, which is about higher than Angels 20 for sure, I can, you know, speed up a little bit. I could, but at this point, I need the maximum fuel conservation. So here we go. Oh, I can look at my kneeboard here. I didn't know that. It's pretty cool. Okay. We are 14 miles to target. Or not target, but our ingress point, rather. I'm not sure how this mission is going to go, man. We're most likely going to get lit up by SAMs as soon as we get into that area of operations, but that's the job, man. Mark Turbella has liked the stream. Maraming salamat, Mark Turbella. Appreciate you. Okay. I'm not comfortable flying near these mountains, again, because of man pads. I see some roads over there. But if they really wanted to get me, they'll get me. So I'm pretty sure the mission creator did not factor all of those in. Anyways, scanning my My radar here. No aerial threats at this point. Radar warning receiver is pretty quiet as well. So we should be good. And 2 is typically going to report me.
Uzi flight, focus. You're approaching IP. Go low level and navigate to target. Strike is a go. Good hunting.
A firm. Approaching waypoint number 1 at 8 miles away, so I need to hug the deck a little bit closer now. I'm going to turn off barometric hold and heading select in a bit. Actually, let me get past this ridge line over here before I do that. Because that looks dangerous, I think. I'll be flying way above ground level there, and I'll be more susceptible to surface-to-air missile fire. Thomas Cole, let's like the stream. Thank you so much. Appreciate all of your likes. You know what would be funny if I hit the side of a mountain? That would be the quickest stream I'll ever do. And I probably should quit looking around. I really only have 3 shots at the target. I have 2 MK82 Snake Eyes. My primary option would be my laser Maverick. And I hope I get it. Pretty simple mission. A little bit far, but then again, there are some complications here. So, to avoid radar detection, I need to blend in with the clutter of the terrain. So I need to fly as low as possible. Safely. Alright, let's we're 2 miles away from our ingress point. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to waypoint designate waypoint number 2, which is our target. Waypoint designate. At this point I can switch to FLIR. Actually, the target is 68 miles away, so that's pretty far. We're going to do a lot of low level flying for now. Barometric hold off. Heading select off, and let's fix our trim. And let's dive a little bit. I hate this. Whoever created this mission is probably a huge fan of Star Wars, like a canyon run. Name a country for an edit. Name a country for an edit, said Calcaris Hulk in over at YouTube. I don't know what you mean, man. Elaborate on that, please. This is not safe at all. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Okay, I hope my wingman doesn't slam into the mountain face over there. And if we're avoiding detection, we're doing a poor job at it, because these people are probably not accustomed to Hornets flying overhead. These things make a lot of noise. Let's throttle up a little bit here. Still pretty quiet on my radar warning receiver. Just need to fly low and mask our signature with the terrain here. Can you say, name a country for an edit? Malta? Are you high, dude? Okay, so we are 60 miles to target, so we're gonna need to do this for a bit. Okay, so let's... Where's my wingman? Did I lose you? There you go. Wow. Pretty dangerous flying you're doing there, buddy. Any particular reason why you prefer using Screen Plus eye tracking over VR headset? Said Jason Q. There is one big reason for that, Jason, and that is age. I'm 39 years old, and my brain couldn't take it, man. I mean, VR, man, I couldn't last 30 minutes with that thing. And it looks beautiful in VR, I have to tell you. So I play X-Plane, or I played X-Plane at least on VR, and DCS World as well. And it's super beautiful, super immersive. But at the same time, man, I don't like throwing up after 30 minutes. It's not fun. That's the only reason. Alright, let's continue our approach here. VR is so cool, man, but my motion sickness is easily triggered, said 8bug guy. Yeah, that's true. That's what happens to me as well. Well, gotcha. Thanks, said Jason Q. You can laugh at me now, Jason, but wait till you turn 39. Not only do you throw up when you use VR, everything also starts to hurt. Actually, that began when I was 35. Alright, so here we go. Flying low. 50 miles to target. Flying at 380 knots here. Which is pretty fast, but in flat, not in VR, it looks pretty slow. Right? But I'm doing like 365 knots right now. That should be pretty fast. Okay, so let's fly lower here, just to make sure we avoid detection. Because they might have put some SAMs, in this canyon right here. We have 47 miles to target. I'm gonna flip up my FLIR in at 15 miles probably, because the Maverick's range is probably like 7 miles or something like that. I want to get a little closer, probably 6 miles. Why am I doing crazy flying? Let's just fly a straight line here. Okay, we have 31 viewers from all over YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you just joined us, we are doing a precision strike against an early warning radar, which looks like this, a mini board, if you can look at the right-hand side of the screen. It's called a tall boy, at least that's a NATO designation of it. I'm going to throttle up a little bit here. These townspeople are probably wondering what the hell's going on. Why are there Hornets flying overhead? Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna check my FLIR if it's properly warmed up, and it is. Super cool. So that's what I'm going to be using for laser designation later. Let me leave that on. Actually, no, that's not best practice. We need to be looking for aerial threats continuously. Okay, let's keep that on for now. Major city up ahead, major town, whatever. Okay, are there threats here? There might be SAMs or manpads.
Altitude.
I got you, don't worry. Okay, so we are 40 miles to target. Radar warning receiver looks clear. I don't have anyone or anything as hostile. So that's good. At least we have that going for us for now. Man, I can't wait to climb, honestly. I don't like this at all. This exposes me a lot to a lot of threats. Okay. We are currently 37 miles to target. We are like way inland. So if I pop up from this canyon right here, I'm most likely going to be painted by SAM radars or surface-to-air missile radars. It's probably the reason why I was fragged to fly closer to the deck after the ingress point. Fly lower a little bit here just to make sure we minimize detection possibility. Still with me, wingman? Still there? Wow, he's flying dangerously close to those threes. I'll give you some space. Come on. Come on. Fly closer to me. There we go. Okay, let's dive a little bit here. We are 32 miles to target. We're getting closer. Okay, I don't like this. It's an open area. We're far from home, dudes. I know. Don't worry, I got it. I wish I could turn this off. Lots of confused townsfolk here. Still flying low. No aerial threats. Nothing on my radar apart from F-18, which is probably our bar cap. Okay, so here we go. Lower, lower, lower. Let's go lower. I'm so anxious right now that if something were to pop up here, I'm not sure I'm gonna react. Probably gonna go like evasive, even if I don't need to. Okay, so we are 26 miles to target. Wingman's right there. Dude, turn off your lights, dude. I told him to fence in earlier, but he didn't follow. Okay, nuclear plant right there. Nuclear power plant. And we're approaching a very open area right here. 24 miles to target, we're getting close. Let's switch to flare. I'll leave it up to my wingman to scan for threats. And I'm gonna need to pop up a little bit, you know, when I get closer. At around 10 miles or so. Okay, let's turn in. At this point, I will need to engage air-to-ground mode. Go back to flare. And select my Maverick.
Contact bearing 054.15.
Let's get ready for strike. .21 miles to target. Switching to narrow view on my flare. It's right there. I can see it now.
Mud spike, 11 o'clock.
And we have mud spikes. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Yep, I have a mud spike at 11 o'clock. Confirming that. Back to stores, back to Mavericks. Alright, let's stay on course. Give you guys some mood music. Switching to target. I see the EWR there. 18 miles to target. Let me turn in now.
Contact bearing 003.13.
Slowing down a little bit, and I'm going to turn on my laser designator.
Contact bearing 059.10.
17 miles to target.
Contact bearing 013.17.
Turning on trigger. Preparing to lace target. Turn this music off. That was a bad idea. I'm too old for that. I'm the kind of guy who turns down my radio if I can't figure out directions in my car. Okay, here we go. 15 miles to target. I'm gonna pop up as soon as I get closer. We're pretty low. I'm gonna throttle up a little bit here so I can get some speed. We are 14 miles to target, and I can see it right there. You guys are in for a surprise. There's a bunch of cars on the roads as well. Probably surprised why there are a couple of low-flying Hornets in the area. Okay, let's throttle up around 250 knots here. 13 miles to target. I'm gonna continue to fly low here. We are 30 seconds to the maximum range, TTMR, time to maximum range. And alright guys, let's keep flying low. I haven't set off any alarms yet. And I will pop up at around 10 miles, like I said. Let's go pop up. Targeting. We are INRNG. I am going to uncage my Maverick. It has lock on.
Uzi, you showed up on scope.
Oh,
Lower,
great.
use terrain for cover.
Sure, whatever. I can't.
Contact bearing
Like, 7 miles to target. I want to get to 6 miles.
Uzi, this is Focus. We tracked you in the hot zone. Red 4 must have picked you up by now.
And I'm going to fire the Maverick now. Nope, not yet. Give me 6 miles. Okay. Rifle. Maverick away. Continuing to lace this target. Laser designator is armed. I want to aim for that base of the vehicle.
Contact bearing 01444. Contact bearing 02443.
Aim for the base.
Contact bearing 347.
Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him.
Contact 2. On spike 2 o'clock. 2. Contact target 12 o'clock for 2.
Shot! Got him! Well, let's get out of here. And continue flying low south.
Uzi, this is Focus. Reading EWR down. Egress south immediately.
Alright. Battle damage assessment A-firm. Target is Shack.
2. Spike 6 o'clock.
Let's get the hell out of here.
2. On spike 11 o'clock.
Now we have mud spikes everywhere. Let me go back to my... Oh, I'm getting fired upon. Let's get out of here. Like, literally get out of here. I think I got hit. I have multiple SAM signatures here. I have SAMs to my 7 o'clock. I have SAMs to my 10 o'clock.
Contact bearing 21644.
Continue flying low while egressing south.
2. Contact bearing 21244.
Switching to my air radar here on this DDI right here.
2. On spike 7 o'clock.
Ooh. That was tense.
Springfield flight
On
pushing
spike 3
now.
o'clock.
Okay, Springfield is pushing, so at least we'll have friendlies.
On spike 9 o'clock.
It looks like we destroyed a couple of vehicles as well. We have SAMs everywhere, guys. I have SAMs on my my 3 o'clock too. I'll continue flying low. Let me throttle up a little bit here. I can't worry too much about fuel at this point. Let's egress. Man, my RWR lit up. I have like SAMs. I have an SA6 to my 8 o'clock. I have,
2. On spike 3 o'clock.
I have like SAMs everywhere. Moving AG mode. Let's go, bro. Let's go home. Let's get you home. I'm pretty happy about that that shack, though. I didn't think the laser Mavericks would work. I was expecting that I need to go CCIP or just like manual bombing with these MK82s. I'm so glad I didn't have to do that. That would be bloody as hell.
2. On spike 3
Full
o'clock.
flight engaging bandits.
We have an SA6 to our
2. On spike 5 o'clock.
3 o'clock. So we're going to continue to hug this first line.
On spike 5 o'clock.
We're currently 380 knots. Warnings are going off everywhere. Let's get out of here. And we have MiG-29s in the AO, guys. I have MiG-29s to my 4 o'clock. Hopefully they haven't picked me up yet. That is not going to end well for us if they engage. They're superior, I would say air-to-air fighters compared to the Hornet. We're not going to survive that. So we got to get out of here.
2. Spike 4 o'clock.
We have multiple MiG-29s on our tail. Throttle up a little bit. Let me get some speed here. Let me remove target designation. And instead switch to
On
waypoint
spike
3.
7 o'clock.
Here we go.
On spike 7 o'clock.
We have mud spikes, we have MiG-29s, and that MiG-29 is getting closer. I'm panicking, obviously. Let's get the hell out of here, bro. I can't go too high because there's an SA-6 in that area right there, and he might shoot me out of the sky. Let's head on home. It's deep precision strike. Let's hug the deck a little bit closer here.
On spike, 3 o'clock. Spike, 4 o'clock.
You have spikes under 4 o'clock. That is the MiG-29. Dude, let's get out of here. Let me full afterburner this shit. Good luck to my fuel. 500 knots. 0.84 Mach. Let's just create some distance. We're never gonna outrun those guys, honestly. If they really wanted to, and they are positioning themselves to my 5 o'clock, they could catch up to us pretty quickly and pretty easily. With this configuration, with 3 drop tanks and everything else, I'm not going to be able to outrun MiG-29s. And I am 140 miles from waypoint number 3. Pretty bad situation. Okay. You have mud spikes, which is land-based SAM. Not too worried about that, no factor at this point. SA-6 is behind us, so not too worried about that either. We'll just continue flying close to the ground to avoid any other incidents. Okay. I have a big bird, SAM as well at my 5 o'clock. I have another SAM at my 7 o'clock. Gotta keep flying low, man, until we're out of the danger zone. Okay. I see an F-18. Thank you. Help us. Help us, dude. I have an F-18 on my 11 o'clock. Hopefully that's part of the Colt flight, which is part of the fighter sweep for this strike mission. Let me get back to my course line here. I deviated.
Spike, 5 o'clock.
I have spikes on my 5 o'clock, which are
Spike, 5 o'clock.
the MiG-29 still on our tail. We just need to lure them back into that position where those F-18s are.
On spike, 9 o'clock.
And we have a couple of F-14s as well on station, as you can see on my radar right there. We need to lure them back in there. Because I don't want to turn around and engage them. That's not going to be a winnable situation for us. Throttle up a little bit. Okay, let's not hit that tree. F-14s and the F-18s are directly to our 12 o'clock, and this is the area that I hated earlier getting in. It's a very open area. Let me just dive and follow this terrain. Okay, let's go. Now, let's just intercept that course line and get back on track. I will be so relieved as soon as we get feet wet. And back in the safety net of the carrier battle group. 350 knots. I still have those MiG-29s on my tail. I don't have any SAM signatures anymore, so I believe... Can I climb now? Is that possible? Can I climb? I really want to climb. Okay, let's risk it. Because I'm not comfortable at these low altitudes. Let's climb to Angels 22 or something like that. All the SAMs are behind us anyway. There we go. We're being painted. We have a MiG-29 on our tail. Climbing right now.
Spike, 6 o'clock.
Uh,
Spike, 6 o'clock. On spike, 8 o'clock.
let me just break cloud cover and engage these guys. You know what? Screw you guys. There's our F-14s. Help me, dude. Get in here.
7 o'clock.
MiG-29's locking on me. You know what? Screw this. Let's go. Let's fight. MiG-29 switching to my
On spike, 6 o'clock.
switching to my where do I see you?
Springfield Magnum.
I have them on my radar right here, locking onto this guy. That might be a friend, actually. I need AWACS to declare this for me.
Focus, 1-1. Uzi, 2-1. Declare. Focus, 1-1.
Hostile.
Contact is hostile.
15 miles. I'm engaging this target.
1. Engaging bandit at ball 0. On spike, 11 o'clock. 100 at
Springfield
17,000.
IP inbound.
Got my target right here. 12 miles away. I have my Sparrow. I am in my launch acceptable region in LAR and Fox 1.
Tally bandit at ball 0. Spike, 1 o'clock.
Sparrow away.
18,004.
How do you like me now? Is that hostile? Oh, that's friendly. Chasing this guy. He's evading. Switching to Sidewinders. Waiting for my shoot cue here. I see his contrails. I got him already. Splash 1. No shoot. He's down. Alright. That took care of that. Oh, there's another enemy there. Looks like that's an enemy as well. Switching to air ACM or aerial combat maneuvers mode so I can lock onto him. Flight. Engage. Bandits. 7 miles away.
Springfield 2, Magnum.
MiG-29. 6 miles away from this target. I'm on full afterburners right now. Waiting for me to get in range. There we go. Shoot Q. Fox. Fox 2. Get him. Bam! Splash! MiG-29 destroyed. And that took care of that. Alright, let's get on out of here. Whew! Just wanted to go home and you needed to hassle me. Oh, we're not done. I'm still being painted. Sorry, let me switch to my the SA-10 is flagging me right now or painting me. Not too concerned about that. It's not an aircraft. So let's just get on out of here. Let me climb to Angels 22 now. And egress. Let me take care. Let me allow the other flights to take care of those threats. We have an F-14 on our 5 o'clock. And a bunch of others. I have another F-18 there, so we have friendlies in the area. I just need to get out of this hot zone. This mission is pretty intense. I didn't expect that at all. let's start setting up for our return.
On strike, 7 o'clock.
Stand 74X is the TACAN. Okay, I'm out of range. And I just need to fly this heading. Oh my god. Locked on 2. I am Tiger on fuel. I have 8,000 pounds. If I go back to...
Uzi flight focus.
Hold on.
Out of the hot zone. Good work. Return to the carrier.
A-firm. So we're going to return to the carrier now, and that was intense. I didn't really expect that, honestly. So, let me see. I've passed. We're good. So, I'm going to navigate to my my TACAN right now. So, the TACAN for the carrier is 74X. Tactical air navigation, if any of you are curious about what that means, it's just a way for me to find my way back to a particular, I guess, like, military asset or location. So, 74X, enter, on. Enter, on. Okay, I got him on my radar, or my HSI at least. I am going to put my TACAN as part of the HUD. And I'm going to use ILS as well for the landing. I have a frequency of 11. Nope, I didn't want to do that. 74, enter.
On strike, 7 o'clock.
ILS 11, enter. Okay, we are 105 miles away from this the carrier, which is the George Washington. I'm gonna throttle up to around 350 knots, and at this rate, we are gonna still have like 4,000 pounds of fuel as soon as we reach TACAN, number 10. So we're good. I think we're good with fuel. Again, I would have liked to have tanker support, but then again, the nature of the mission is that there's a lot of SAM sites in the area, which means that the tankers are gonna be fairly close to the carrier. Okay, I'm gonna hold altitude and throttle to around 300 knots. Would still have 5,000 pounds of fuel when we get to the carrier, which is good. That got pretty intense towards the end. So, for those of you who just joined us, our mission was to do a precision strike on this asset right here, which is an early warning radar. Our goal is to destroy that radar to enable more of our flights to destroy targets further inland. So that was a huge win for us. We evaded a couple of SAMs on our egress. We also tried to evade a couple of MiG-29s, but they were gaining onto us, so I needed to turn back and splash a couple of them. And I was able to do so successfully with the use of a Sidewinder and a Sparrow. I didn't expect to win against MiG-29s, honestly. Especially not in this configuration where I'm heavy and probably not as agile as I should be. We're not configured for air-to-air.
On strike, 6 o'clock.
Okay, so fixing my trim here, just okay, I'm gonna do auto throttle at this point, so I can maintain around 350 knots. 90 miles away from the carrier.
On strike, 7 o'clock.
Those mud spikes are probably way behind us. Yeah, so all the threats are near 6, except for this SAM launcher over here, which is towards 7 o'clock, which is probably closer, but no factor. Our bar cap is also here. I think that's an F-15, which is good. So we're going to be safe in a bit. Around 30 miles, after I exit this landmass over here, I'd be more comfortable. Okay, and that was intense, I have to say. I really didn't expect it to be, that intense. Anyway, for those of you who are still watching, thank you so much for joining me on this mission. It was pretty fun. It was intense, but pretty fun. It wasn't as straightforward as I wanted it to be, but come on, man. I mean, what combat mission is, right? So let's get rid of AA mode and go back to nav. Let me still continue to monitor my radar here. There we go. And this side, let me just continue to monitor my EW. Okay, 79 miles away from the battle group. So let me set a new heading here now. One. I should have put 210. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's fly this heading. Switch to 10 nautical miles. Autopilot, heading select. Okay. Look at my radar warning receiver here. F-15's to my 9 o'clock. SAM site to my 8 o'clock, somewhere here. No factor, we're good. I'm almost feet wet. I'm so happy. You have no idea. Fixing my trim. Trim is a little bit skewed. There we go. Wassyman1962 has liked this stream or is now following. Thank you so much. It looks like you followed me on Twitch. I appreciate that. I really want to build up my community over at Twitch. Okay, 66 miles away from the carrier. Successful mission. We're still Tiger on fuel. We're good. We have 7,000 pounds of fuel. Love this mission. This is probably one of my favorite missions that I flew recently. Watched the whole mission on Facebook, but went ahead and jumped over to Twitch, said Wasman1962. Yeah, man. Isn't like getting it, isn't it like getting glasses for the first time and watching it in HD? Facebook has limited me to 720p. Alright, so we are 59 miles away from the carrier. As you can see here, 58.8. And those radar signatures over there are the battle groups. Or part of the battle groups. All the threats are behind us. We're home free. And I want to watch that on TAC View, guys. This is going to be a pretty interesting mission to watch on TAC View. Actually, at this point, I can fence in. I don't foresee any threats. So I will now turn off my radar warning receiver. I will now turn off master arm. Safe. And I will switch to my FCS at this DDI. Okay. Mirror my HSI over here. And we're going to radio in a bit. Now I'm going to turn off music for a bit. I wonder what my wingman's fuel is. I would most likely want him to land first, depending on the fuel situation. I have 7.3 tons of fuel. I'm not sure what his fuel state is, but let me radio in right now for inbound. And that is on this menu right here. George Washington, inbound.
Marshall, 010. Marking Mops, 026. 450. Angels, 25.5. Holding hands with 011. Low state, 7.6.
Low state, 7.6. I'm 7.3. 7.2 now. So I'll land first.
010. Weather's weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at above 10,000. Altimeter is 29903. Case 1 recovery expected BRC 118.
BRC is 118.
Proximity at 10.
And 29993 on my altimeter. There we go.
010.
Roma by Sen, 1080p is the only streaming option. Dude, if you go on Facebook and watch my stream right now, it's at 720p, which is pretty pathetic. Let me adjust my heading here. Okay, that should be a good heading. Next step would be to call at 10 miles. See you at 10. Fired off 2 sidewinders. Let me check out my my stores. So I pretty much used all my munitions here. So except for the snake eyes on this pylon right here, I was able to deploy my my Maverick. I was able to deploy my sidewinders on both your wingtips, and as well as use my my Sparrow. I actually splashed one bandit with a Sparrow, and I didn't know that I actually hit him. So I, to add insult to the injury, I hit him with another sidewinder on his way down. That's what you get for messing with us when we just really wanted to go home. Granted, we destroyed one of your radars, and I know that you're pretty pissed off about that, but still. We are feet wet. Are we? Yes, we are. Alright, 34 miles away from the battle group at this point. Let me adjust my heading a little bit more here. At 20 miles, I'm going to begin my descent. Actually, 25 miles would be good because I'm pretty high. Again, thank you so much for joining me on this stream. I really appreciate all of you. It makes learning DCS pretty fun. I like the engagement. I love it. Caught the stream at the end now, but I gotta say you re-inspired me to pick back up on my flight sim stuff. Dusted off my X-52s and got the F-18, said Gabe De La Fuente. Gotta have fun over the next few weeks for learning this. Yeah, that's my mission, man. I want to get people into flight simulation. And you said that you're gonna pick it back up, so you probably were into flight simulation. But let me guess, life happened. But yeah, the F-18 is pretty fun to learn. My absolute favorite would probably be the the Warthog, but the F-18 is pretty fun too. And the X-52 is a great stick. Alright, let me begin my descent now. Heading select off. Let me just cut my throttle for now. And do a roll. And a dive. In reality, a Hornet shouldn't be able to do this, unless you are configured for like an air show, like a Blue Angel or something like that. I know that the fuel pump's probably going to be wouldn't be able to handle it. 16, 15. Okay, let's get back up. 17 miles away from the carrier. I see them right there. I'm going to continue descending to the holding altitude of 2,000 feet. I'm going to report seeing them at 10 in a bit. I love it when I inspire people to pick up flight simulation. Such a small community, and it deserves to grow. Great stream, very entertaining, said Jason Q. Thank you so much. Gabe De La Fuente said, I used to play FSX a lot. I did too, man. I probably spent like hundreds or like even thousands of hours on FSX. That's what got me into flight simulation, honestly. 13 miles to the battle route. I'm gonna see them at 10 in a bit. Turning off music for now because again I'm old. Music actually distracts me nowadays. 5,000 feet.
Altitude.
See you at 10.
010. See you at 10.
Update state switched out.
Fuel state is 6.6.
State 7.0.
Dude, I'm not 7.7, 6.6. Okay, so speed brakes. A little bit too fast on this approach. There we go, perfect. Speed brakes, retract that, we're good. 2,000 feet. I see the George Washington battle group over there. And now the difficult part begins. Landing. I have never been good at landing. Okay, you're too close. Back off a little bit, dude. I understand you're good at formation flying, but now's not the time.
Tower 010. Overhead Angels 2. Holding hands with 011. Low state 6.9.
010. Tower, roger. BRC 118.
Okay, we're clear.
Signal is
I'm
Charlie.
going to descend to pattern altitude now at 800 feet.
010.
I'm going to give the box a little check. Throttling down a little bit. We're a little bit too fast. There we go. And let's start turning. Here we go. Good line. ILS hasn't been set up. On. There we go. There we go. I have ILS. Okay, let's try to trim properly here. Check out the box. Box looks clear. And we're going to brake at around 3.5 Gs to the left. There's the Washington. Brake. Speed brakes. Beam. There it is. Pretty cool. Gears down. Half flaps. And hook down. Speed brakes up. Full flaps now. Trim. Start by trimming. I would drastically need to reduce my speed. My trim is off, and I apologize for that. I should be braking at this point. There is some wind. There we go. There we go. Right into E bracket right there. My trim is messed up to the right, so I'm gonna need to do a longer run here. Radar altimeter switch. Let's begin our turn. That is not a pro move at all. Still good. A 4-mile final. What a noob approach. Okay. Whatever. It is what it is. There you go. That's why I don't like using weapons with asymmetrical load. It just messes things up. Okay. So I hope this works. Flight kiss off. Start our turn. Get you lined up right here. These winds are killing me, man. Hello? I'm gonna get waved off here. This is not a good line at all. That's not a good line at all. Okay, let's wave off then. Do it again. At least I'm properly trimmed now. Let's try that again, guys. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's where we want to be. Let's control this pitch a little bit. I'm too fast. My trim is still messed up. There we go. I think that is better. And we can do the turn now. Hopefully I get it this time. I'm like, well, I have a lot of fuel, so I'm not too worried. Just annoying, honestly. I like blowing stuff up, but I don't like landing. There we go. Let's do it. This is still messed up, honestly. It's salvageable. Why? Oh, foul deck! Jesus Christ, you almost killed me, dude. What the hell is that guy doing there? It's my... Ah. Whatever. We're down. We're gonna sort that out later, buddy. Almost killed me. Hook up. Flaps up. Wings fold. Let's get out of the box. That was not a pro move at all, man. Guy almost killed me. Alright, so let's park right here. Wings are folded. Emergency brakes. DDI's off. DDI's off. Radar off. INS off. FLIR off. Pitot anti-I is off. What else do I need to turn off? I think we're all good, right? Okay, so that's good. Turn off right engine. Turn off my left engine, and at this point I can turn off my battery switches. Ask the flight crew to for the ground crew to place wheel chocks,
Chief, place the wheel chocks.
open the canopy.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
What kind of controllers lock onto? I'm using a Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog, which is very good. I love it. Right, so we're back, on the deck of the George Washington. It was a pretty eventful mission, and at the same time was a pretty eventful landing. So I got waved off on the first attempt. On the second attempt, I was inbound, and one of the Hornets, probably part of the earlier flights, caused a foul deck, which means that the box isn't clear. But I had the box to myself. He shouldn't be taxiing, past this, red and white, markers right here. But he did it anyway. So the LSO, which is, this guy right here, who mans the station, decided to wave me off. But yeah, I was too late. I was like, on my approach too low for that. I barely missed him. I almost clipped his, stabilizers. But I was able to trap successfully on my second attempt, which is good. Anyways, guys, let me go on attack view, for you. So, hold on 1 second. Let me just do something here. Attack view. Again, thank you so much. Again, if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed this stream, I would love it if you could subscribe to my stream. And just get notified whenever I go online. Attack view is not working for some reason. Hold on 1 second. 942, 1101, 1102. Oh, this is it. Actually, I need to exit the mission first. Okay, so let me do that first. Quit this mission. So that should generate the attack view file, I believe. And let me just open that for you guys. Okay, let's see if I did this correctly. Alright, so let me switch to this view right here. Okay, so this was our mission. We began here at the George Washington. And let me just play this mission for you guys. So, here's how the mission went. Let me just fast forward this a little bit. So here I'm taxiing to Catapult 1. And I'm going to take off. There we go. And we made a right climbing turn. And let me just fast forward this to the most, interesting events here. So you see a bunch of aircraft right there. We have F-14Bs to our 10 o'clock, which are part of our barrier combat air patrol. We have a Hawkeye to our 1 o'clock and a couple of F-18s as well for the seed mission. So I'm going to forward to a significant event here. So we flew, and what we did was just fly very low as we ingressed into Russian territory. So I believe this is the part where we start flying low. Here it is, right? So let's see. There's me. My wingman is there. And there's a lot of surface-to-air missiles here. So if we popped up from the canyon, path that we were doing earlier, we would have been blown out of the sky by these SA-6, SA-2s, SA-10s. The SA-10 particularly is a very lethal, surface-to-air missile. So here I am, just flying. Let me speed this up a little bit. Close to the terrain as frag. And we are gonna see that part where I shacked that EWR, which was our primary mission. And we're also going to see that part where we splashed a couple of bandits on our way out. Okay, so flying low on this canyon. A couple of SA-10s and SA-2s in the area. But it really helps, just like blending in with the terrain and blending in with the clutter of the terrain. If they were smart, they would have put some surface-to-air missiles in that canyon. Okay, so flying to our destination right here. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit for you in a little bit. So our target is that EWR over there. I'm gonna begin slowing down now. Avoided that SA-6. I was too low for him anyway. And we're approaching target now. And here is the part where I popped up, in order for me to give my laser mavericks some range. What I did was started painting that EWR as I was ascending. Got detected by multiple radars there, or surface-to-air missiles. There's MiG-25s patrolling in that region over there. And at this point, I believe I'm going to launch or pickle off one of my my laser mavericks. Actually, not one of. I only had one laser maverick. So that's the target right there. And at this point, did I already fire it? There we go. So let's pause that. So this was the AGM-65E, not L. I kept on referring to it as the AGM-65 Lima, and I believe that's a Warthog weapon. So I released the AGM-65E at this point, and it's tracking that target over there. At this point, I'm also continuing to lace that target with my lightning targeting pod, and let's see how this looks from a tactical point of view. What I hate about the AGM-65E is that it's super slow. Look at that. It's almost just like matching my speed at I guess like 0.67 Mach. It's barely outrunning me. Accelerating at this point, obviously, but at the same time, there's a target which I'm continuing to paint, and it's tracking right now, tracking my laser. And I believe it will shack it. At least that's what happened. It'd be weird if it turns out differently on TAC view. Shack. So that's the exact point where that EWR was destroyed, and I believe after that happened, we kind of pulled away. There we go. So there is us. Some AAA, I guess like batteries firing at us. We were in range, within the range of these, AAA batteries as well, and they were firing at us. Almost hit me there. And we're going to continue on egressing to the south, avoiding more AAA fire. So look at how crowded this airspace is. It was... Oh, I got hit! So I actually got clipped by like AAA fire. So I'm fortunate that I didn't lose any avionics. Anyway, so let's forward. I believe we climbed here at this point. And this was the part where we said, screw this, guys. We're gonna engage those MiG-29s that were tailing us. So what we did was head back right there. And I'm gonna rifle off, not rifle off. I'm gonna launch a Fox 2. Or sorry, Fox 1. Okay, so that was too fast. Let me go back a little bit there. So I fired... Let me see. There we go. I fired an AIM-9, but first I fired an AIM-7M. This is the part where I fired at. Right, so here we go. Let's look at that. There's my AIM-7. Let's take a look at that. So this is the missile that actually shot down that MiG-29. Tracking. Got him. So that happened a little bit too fast. So let's see that again. So this MiG-29 is being tracked by my AIM-7 or my Sparrow. Boom. Got him. And I think I fired off another Sidewinder to get rid of another threat right there. So let me center my attack view on my aircraft again. This airspace is like messed up right now. Look at how crazy that airspace is. So that's that MiG-29. And I fired off that AIM-9 Sidewinder. I'm just gonna hit that MiG-29 while it's trying to evade. Boom! Splash. And yeah, dude, that pretty much does it. So let's just we're gonna journey back to the carrier. Climb out of the hot zone. We're safe. Back within the safety net of the carrier battle group. Enter the pattern right here. Had to do another pass here as well. So look at that. Yep, turning around again. And this is the part we're gonna track. Okay, here's our landing. And that's why we're waved off. So this F-18 right here was not in position. So there's an F-18 taxiing when he shouldn't, and that caused the LSO, or the landing signal officer, to wave me off. But otherwise it would be a clean landing. So here's me. There's the trap. It's a little bit too late. He was backing into his spot right there. He could have waited, but you know, we're gonna settle that later. In any case, guys, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your company. I appreciate all the engagement and comments, you know, on even the questions that you're asking me. It makes learning DCS a little bit more fun. Again, my name is Mike, or FlightSim. If you haven't done so, I would appreciate if you could, you know, share, like, or follow me on either Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. I try to stream at least twice a week, and you know, you could typically, you know, see me streaming this hour. Again, on behalf of all the flight streamers in the world, which is a pretty small community, I thank you for consuming flight stream content. I appreciate it. If you want, you can do a raid. Oh yeah, I can do a raid. That's what I would do. Okay, let's do that on Twitch. Said Abe Magnaya. Here on Twitch. That's right. How I would do a raid? I'm not sure. Let me check. Online channel. And I bet I could end it right now and find another interesting streamer to send my traffic to. Okay, let's raid 104th Maverick. Raid and 104th. Let's see if that works. I'm such a noob at Twitch. 104th Maverick. He's the only one online right now. There we go. Hornet or Viper, said Yaya21. It's Hornet, sir. Did that, was that successful? Was that raid successful? Can anyone confirm on Twitch? I'm sorry, this is a stupid question. I'm pretty new to this. Right now. All right. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on the stream. Again, I'll see you next stream, and appreciate everything that you know you've appreciate the engagement. Is all what I was gonna say. Thank you. I'm gonna end the stream now. Peace out.